In the sequence of stories of superhit films shown on Khabar Tak, the new link of story that I have brought before you is a story of film work, that is time. This film was brought on silver screen in 1965 and was the most grossing film of that year. This film was directed by the veteran director Yash Chopra, and the lead role in this film were played by Rajkumar, Shashi Kapoor, Sunil Dutt, Sadhana, and Sharmila Tagore, whereas the role of the villain was played by Rahman and Balraj Sahni, Leela Chitnis, Madan Puri, etc. played the character role in this film. This film included many a beautiful dance scene and melodious song as well. The music director of this film was Ravi, and the voiceover in the song of this film were given by Manna De, Mahendra Kapoor, Mohammad Rafi, and Asa Bhosle. The first few lines of this melodious song I am humming for your amusement. ए मेरी जोहरा जबी तुझे मालूम नहीं, तू अभी तक है हंसी और मैं जवान, तुझ पे कुर्बान मेरी जान, ओ मेरी जोहरा जबी। वक्त से दिन और रात, वक्त से कल और आज, वक्त के हर सा गुलाम, वक्त का हर सह पे नाज, वक्त की गर्दिश में है चांद तारों का मिजाज, वक्त की ठोकर में है क्या हुकूमत क्या समाज, वक्त से दिन और रात, वक्त से कल और आज, वक्त का हर सा गुलाम, वक्त का हर सह पेरा। दिन है बहार के तेरे मेरे इकरार के, दिल के सहारे आजा प्यार करें, दिन है बहार के तेरे मेरे इकरार के, दिल के सहारे आजा प्यार करें, दुश्मन है प्यार के जब लाखों गम संसार के, दिल के सहारे कैसे प्यार करें, दिन बहार के तेरे मेरे इकरार के। हम जब सिमट के आपकी बाहों में आ गए, लाखों हसीन ख्वाब निगाहों में छा गए, हम जब सिमट के आपकी बाहों में आ गए, कौन आया कि निगाहों में चमक जाग उठी, दिल के सोए हुए तारों में खनक जाग उठी, कौन आया कि निगाहों में चमक जाग उठी, दिल के सोए हुए तारों में खनक जाग उठी, कौन आया। Now listen to the entire story of film Waqt, that is time. The story of the film Waqt begins with the birthday celebration of three children of Lala Kedarnath, a wealthy businessman played by Balraj Sahni at his home. Role of his three children Raju, Bablu and Munna were consequently played by Rajkumar, Sunil Dutt and Shashi Kapoor as they grew up. All the three children shared the same birthday, role of Lakshmi, the wife of Lala Kedarnath, was played by Achla Sahadev. During this grand birthday celebration, a friend of Lala Kedarnath arrives with an astrologer. The astrologer emphasizes the importance of time in people's lives. But Lala Kedarnath refutes this argument with his own example, emphasizing the importance of hard work and intelligence. He promises to make all his sons even more greater and successful than himself. That night, after the astrologer and all his friends leave, a devastating earthquake strikes the town, devastating the entire town. Lala Kedarnath's home and shop are also destroyed. Lala Kedarnath himself is knocked unconscious by a pillar falling on him. The entire family is torn apart. The eldest son Raju is brought in an orphanage under the name Raja. The middle son Bablu is raised by a wealthy man Khanna in the name of Ravi, while the youngest son Munna lives with his mother Lakshmi under the name Vijay. The orphanage director, played by Jeevan, tortures the children living there, denying them proper food. All the children silently bears his abuse and somehow manage to survive. But Raja resists. When the orphanage director beats him, he becomes enraged and runs away. Recovering consciousness, Lala Kedarnath goes to the orphanage in search of his wife and children. There he learns that his eldest son Raju used to live there but fled after being bitten by the orphanage director. Upon learning this, Lala Kedarnath brutally beats the orphanage director and strangles him, resulting in his death. The police arrest Lala Kedarnath in this case and imprison him. After escaping from the orphanage, Raja is sheltered by Chinay Seth, played by Rahman. Chinay Seth is the white-collar criminal who runs theft and various other illegal business. He employs Raja in this work. One day, Raja steals a valuable necklace from Mr. Mittal and Mrs. Mittal, played by Manmohan Krishna and Leela Chitnis, respectively. But when he learns that the Mittal couple had commissioned the necklace gift to their daughter Meena Mittal, played by Sarna, on her birthday, Raja attends Meena Mittal's birthday celebration and presents the necklace to Meena. Upon receiving the necklace, Meena gazes longingly at Raja, wanting to know how it came to him. Raja tells her a false story about how he got the necklace and secretly falls in love with her. After this, Raja begins to visit Meena, often making accusations. During this time, Meena responds to Raja's advances with ambiguous sentences, leading Raja to believe that Meena also loves him. However, after a few days, Raja realizes that Meena loves Ravi, not him. Despite this, Raja continues his efforts to wrest Meena's love from Ravi. Ravi, having studied, become a prominent lawyer in the city. He sends a message to his love Meena, coming there to meet her. On the appointed date, Meena herself goes to the airport to pick Ravi up. When Raja sees Meena's excitement about Ravi's arrival, he realizes that this is the Ravi Meena loves. He then gives Meena a bucket and begins to consider staying there to see Ravi and finds a way to win Meena's love. After disembarking from the plane, Ravi meets Meena with great enthusiasm and Meena also meets him with great enthusiasm. She then presents the bucket given to her by Raja to Ravi. By then, Raja arrives, making an excuse. Meena introduces him to Ravi. Here too, their conversation is such that the possibility of Meena's love always remains in Raja's mind. Although Meena continues to express her closeness to Ravi, yet she never openly tells Raja that she does not love him. This gives Raja the opportunity to approach her again and again. One day, while Meena is traveling with Ravi in a car, Raja arrives with his car. During the conversation, a car race is organized between Raja and Ravi with the condition that Meena will grant the winner's wish. Despite the fierce competition, Raja wins the race and Meena asks him to tell his wish. However, due to Ravi's presence, Raja refrains from asking Meena for his wish, saying he will ask for it later when he wishes. The three then go to a restaurant and have tea. Lala Kedarnath's youngest son Vijay lives in poverty with his mother Lakshmi. Despite their poverty, Lakshmi works odd jobs to put Vijay through the college. Vijay is a brilliant student and has a very attractive physique. Renu Khanna, played by Sarmila Tagore, the daughter of the wealthy Khanna couple who raised Ravi, falls in love with Vijay at college. She takes him to college in her car and also helps him financially with books. When the exam results are announced, Vijay becomes first graduate of that college. Renu congratulates him. When Vijay returns home to share this good news with his mother, he discovers that she is seriously ill. The doctor treating him, his mother told him to take her to Mumbai for better treatment. Hearing the doctor's suggestion, taking his mother to Mumbai, Vijay becomes worried about where he has the money to take her for treatment. Just then, Renu arrives and tells Vijay that her brother Ravi lives in Mumbai. Her brother has invited her to Mumbai, so take your mother and come with me. Stay with my brother in Mumbai and get your mother treated. Vijay is initially hesitant to hear this proposal, but then remembering his mother's illness, agrees to go to Mumbai with Renu. After completing his sentences, Lala Kedarnath is released from prison and begins searching for his family. During this time, his friend Lala Hardayal informs him that his wife Lakshmi lives in Delhi with their young son. Upon arriving at this address in Delhi, Lala Kedarnath learns that his wife's health has deteriorated and his son Vijay has taken her to Mumbai for treatment. However, no one here knows where he lives in Mumbai. Lala Kedarnath then travels to Mumbai in search of his wife and son. While they meet at a crossroads, no one recognizes each other. Ravi arrives at the railway station to pick up his sister Renu. There he meets his mother Lakshmi and brother Vijay. However, they don't recognize each other as his mother and son. Vijay stays at Ravi's house for a few days and gets his mother treated. After this, he takes a job as a car driver for Chennai State, using the driving skills Renu taught him during the college days, and moves away with his mother to live elsewhere without telling Renu and Ravi. One day, Ravi brings Meena to his house. Meena meets her friend Renu, who is sitting in the garden aloof, contemplating a book. Meena teases her, asking, even after coming to Mumbai, you are still lost in memories of Delhi. Then she asks, have you fallen in love with someone so lost in their memories? Renu replies she fell in love during her college days and that love ended after coming to Mumbai. Even then, he is living here. It is impossible to find him in such a vast Mumbai town. Meena encourages her. One day, Meena is lost in the memories of Ravi. When Raja arrives, Raja's arrival breaks her trance. She is startled to see him. Raja then reminds her of the car race incident, saying that she had promised to give anything he asked for. Meena replies that she had long forgotten about it. For her, it was a thing of the past. Meena then asks Raja to tell her what's on his mind. Raja then asks her to put her hand in his hand. But before Meena could do anything, her father Mittal arrives with Renu and informs Meena of Renu's arrival. Meena then joins Renu in playing badminton. Mittal takes Raja with him and starts playing billiards. Raja tries to talk Mittal into marrying his daughter Meena, but he can't. With this idea of stealing a precious diamond necklace in mind, Chunaiset goes looking for Raja to Meena's house and finds her father Mittal and Raja playing billiards. Chunaiset wants to take Raja with him, but Raja says he came in his own car and will live in that car. Mittal then asks everyone to wait until they have tea and asks Meena to prepare tea. Meena arrives with Renu and talks about Renu going home. Chinashet tells Renu to go home in his car and he himself will go to Raja's car. When Renu is going to her home in Chinashet's car, she sees Vijay driving the car as the driver. Renu rebukes Vijay for leaving without informing her and expresses her love for him. But Vijay says that he is just an ordinary car driver and hence he cannot love her now. But Renu convinces him of her love by saying that circumstances will change with the change of time. Kinaiset talks to Raja about stealing a diamond necklace, saying that a queen is coming to Mumbai tomorrow wearing this diamond necklace. He should steal it and bring it to him. Raja refuses to listen to Chinaiset. Chinaiset is very unhappy with this change in Raja. He explains to Raja that Mina's family is very famous and wealthy, while he is unknown and he doesn't run a decent business. She is the judge's daughter and he is a thief. Just imagine what will happen to her if she finds out about this. Raja asks Chinaset, but who will reveal this secret? He then threatens Chinaset, saying that people with glass houses don't throw stones at others and leaves. Ravi and Meena have a lot of fun loving each other. They go to various places and enjoy the natural beauty. One day, after a deep in swimming pool, Ravi talks about marrying Meena. Meena asks him what is stopping him from marrying her. Ravi then tells Meena to talk to her father about it. Meena asks Ravi to talk to her father, Mittal Raja, who is wandering around looking for Meena's love. Overhears their conversation and leaves contemplating something. Ravi discusses marriage with Meena's father Mittal. Mittal agrees and one day they arrange an engagement date and through a party inviting people. Chinaset questions Raja about receiving an invitation from Meena's father. When Raja mentions receiving the invitation, Chinaset taunts him, saying that it lists Ravi's name instead of Raja as Meena's groom. Seeing this, Chinaset still urges Raja to return to his business, but Raja refuses to work for him, saying that once Raja makes a move, he never back it down. After speaking to Chinaset in this manner, Raja one night goes to Ravi's room where he is sleeping, intending to kill him. He is about to shoot Ravi with his revolver, but when Ravi turns over, a photograph falls down. When Raja sees this photograph, he realizes that Ravi is none other than his own middle brother. He then abandons the idea of killing Ravi and leaves, taking Ravi's childhood photo with him. The next day, Raja arrives at Ravi and Meena's engagement ceremony. During the ceremony, he approaches Meena and reminds her of her promise to fulfill his heart's desire. Hearing this, Meena trembles with fear of misfortune and asks him to express his heart's desire. Raja then tells her that he wants Meena to love Ravi completely and not causes him pain under any circumstances. Ravi then arrives. Raja congratulates him on the engagement and tells him about a dream he had last night seen. He had gone his house to kill him, but when he realizes him to be his own brother and embraced him, Ravi replies that it was just a dream and now they should embrace in reality. Raja and Ravi then embrace. Vijay also arrives at Meena's engagement as a driver with Chennai Set. Upon seeing him, Renu begins to shower him with love. When she tells him he too should dream of love, then he tells her that he had a dream in which her father happily agreed to marry her with him when he confessed his love to her. Renu takes this as a taunt and tells Vijay that in reality her parents are quite generous. Then she goes to her brother Ravi along with Vijay to tell him about her love for Vijay. Ravi becomes enraged when he sees Renu arriving with the driver. He sends Renu inside the house and abuses Vijay, driving him away. Renu overhears this as soon Ravi appears her. She rebukes Ravi, telling him that he was a stray found on the street. From there, her parents had given him shelter. Just then, Renu's parents arrive and scold her for her behavior. Ravi leaves the house in anger. Recognizing Ravi as a deserter, Mina's mother and father calls Ravi's foster parents, the Khanna couple, and discusses breaking off Ravi and Mina's engagement. Meanwhile, Ravi arrives and after telling everyone begins to leave. Mina watches him leave but doesn't say anything. Ravi walks away and comes to a place where he meets his father Lala Kedarnath. Ravi sits down, but they don't recognize each other. One day, Raja arrives at Mittal's house and finds Meena living there in a disinterested manner. Meena tells him that he told her to give Ravi all his love, but Raja reiterates this and promising to make many Meena happy, leaves to go to the Chennai State. Raja makes a deal with Chinai Seth, promising Ravi something for Mina's happiness. He must fulfill his expectation, and in return, he agrees to do whatever he asks for through life. He tells Chinai Seth that Ravi is his own brother and that he knows his father's name only. Using this information, he hopes to force Meena and Ravi into marriage. Chinai Seth then arranges a party for the disclosure of the name of father of Ravi. Meena and Renu's families attend the party. Ravi also arrives. Vinayset introduces Raja to a queen who is also attending the party and asks Raja to steal her necklace. Seeing Ravi and Meena in love, Raja wants to reveal the name of parents of Ravi, but Vinayset stipulates that he must first steal the necklace of queen. Raja plots to steal queen's necklace and could have succeeds, but then a loyal man of Chennai sees under the influence of alcohol begins to misbehave with Meena. Instead of stealing the queen's necklace, Raja confronts him and people break up the fight. The party ends and Raja, unable to steal the necklace, is unable to reveal Ravi's parents' name. Just then, Ravi approaches him and says, if you have a friend, it is someone who reunited their love. Raja replies that he could have performed some other miracle, but God didn't approve. Ravi then replies that God plays tricks like this all the time. Raja replies that the God had never done this to him before. He then leaves, promising to seek God's help later. While Vijay is treating his mother, the doctor tells him she has cancer and advises him to have her operated on immediately. When Chennai Seth's one confidant arrives at his office, Chennai Seth slaps him, rebuking him for mistreating Meena and fighting with Raja. Enraged, he pulls out a knife and tries to stab Chinaiset, but Chinaiset instead stabs him with his knife. He then drags the body to Raja's room. Meanwhile, Vijay returns from the doctor's offices to deliver his car to Chinaiset and witnesses all of this unfolding. Chinaiset pursues him to take the money and from his mother's for treatment and tell anyone who asks that he saw nothing. Meanwhile, as Raja returns to his room, Chinai Seth locks the door from the quest outside and informs the police about a murder and the murderer's presence in the room. As Raja enters his room and tries to use the washroom, the murdered body falls on him, staining his clothes with blood. He tries to escape but finds the door locked. He then escapes through the window. Just then, upon Chinaset's alert, the police arrives and find no one inside. Chinaset and then suggests Raja escaped through the window. Then police begins chasing Raja. Meanwhile, Raja's father, Lala Kedarnath, who is approaching, catches him and hands him over to the police. The police jailed him. Meena visits him in jail and suggests hiring a good lawyer. Raja then suggests hiring Ravi. Ravi arrives and advises Raja to hire a good lawyer. However, Raja persuades him to become his lawyer. Raja's case begins in court on the first day of the court hearing. The senior lawyer mocks Ravi, saying that Raja is a complete novice, having never fought a case before. However, Ravi ignores this and sits in his designated seat on the court room. During the hearing, the judge first asked the public prosecutor to present his arguments to prove the accused guilt. The public prosecutor has been bribed by Chinaset, so he strives to prove Raja's guilt at all costs. To this end, he first presents three witnesses. All the three witnesses who claim to have been present at the scene of the fight between Raja and the deceased a few days earlier gave different accounts of Raja's threat to kill the deceased. When it was Ravi's turn to speak, Ravi refuted the allegation made by the three, arguing that they disagreed on the fact that Raja had threatened the deceased and therefore their statements were false. With Ravi forced to prove Raja guilty, thus thwarted, the prosecutor called Vijay to the witness stand. He claims to be an eyewitness, stating that he was present at the scene when Raja murdered the deceased. Vijay had been given money by Chinaset for his mother's medical treatment. Therefore, he claims to have witnessed Raja's executions. He explains that after killing the deceased, Raja dragged the body to his room and locked it in a cupboard. The court proceedings conclude for the day. Seeing Vijay's conviction, a Raja in court, Meena goes to Vijay's mother and tells her that Vijay is willing to wrongfully kill another man whose mother is nowhere to be found in order to save her life. Subsequently, when Vijay approaches his mother and tells her that he is ready for the operation, his mother raises the questions of funding. When Vijay shows her the money, she recalls Meena's words and asks Vijay, "Where did you get so much money?" Vijay tells her about borrowing money from Chirai Seth and promises to repay it little by little from his salary. His mother then bets him on telling the truth in the court, saying, "If you are falsely someone accuses of being hanged, then even having the operations will be meaningless." Despite promising to tell the truth in court in front of his mother, Vijay begins to falsely accuse Raja again. When Ravi provokes his emotion by citing his mother, Vijay breaks down and admits he didn't witness the murder. The prosecutor accuses Vijay of living. Ravi then retorts that Vijay is lying and that all the accusations he made against Raja yesterday were false. Ravi then asked the court for a 10 to 15-minute recess. Returning to the court, he drags a painted sack underneath. When the judge questions him about this, he explains that when the body was being dragged, blood spilled on the path, leaving footprints, and along with the path, a murderer dragged a body in this manner would not be able to step on the bloody area. This can be seen in the example I used to drag Raja to the court, placing a heavy object inside a painted sack underneath. Using this example of dragging the sack, Ravi came close to get Raja acquitted of the murder charge by refuting the claim that Raja's footprints were on the deceased's blood on the way of the murder. He then summoned Chinay Seth to testify. After Vijay recanted, he began to shift the suspicion of murder on Chinay Seth. In this process, he asked Chinay Seth to open the cupboard in the courtroom, to which it was said that Raja had attempted to hide the deceased body. As Chinay Seth opened the cupboard door, a statue inside falls on him. Based on this, Ravi proved that the murder was not committed by Raja but by someone else. When Raja opened his wardrobe to change his clothes, the body fell on him, frightening him and causing him to flee. Ravi then presented a knife as evidence, claiming it to be the Chinay Seth's, accusing him of murdering the deceased. He implied with this knife. Frightened by this accusation, Chinay Seth stated that the knife used in the murder belonged to the deceased, not his. Chinay Seth then attacked Ravi with the knife, slightly injuring Ravi. Then, on the judge's orders, the police arrested Chinay Seth. Based on these witness and evidence, Ravi convinced the court that Chinay Seth was the real murderer and Raja was innocent. The court then found Chinay Seth guilty and jailed him while Raja was acquitted. Raja acquitted, embraced Ravi, and just then Lala Kedarnath, who was present in the court as a witness, approaches them and says that Ravi also saved him from the injustice of helping an innocent man get hanged. He then encourages Vijay, who is standing a short distance away, and begins to leave. Meanwhile, he sees his wife Lakshmi approaching Vijay. Lakshmi expresses great satisfaction, for Vijay did not testify against the wrongful conviction, and says that if her two sons, who were separated in childhood, were still alive today, they would also have been handsome young men like him. Lala Kedarnath then returns to Lakshmi. Lakshmi recognizes him, embraces him, and tells him that she has only one son with him, that is Vijay. Lala Kedarnath then begins to tell Lakshmi about what had happened to him since the earthquake. He regained consciousness and went to the orphanage to look for his family. He learned that his eldest son Raja had come there but then fled due to the cruelty of the orphanage owner. He then recounted his imprisonment and the court proceedings. Hearing this, Raja and Ravi approaches Lala Kedarnath and presented themselves as his two lost sons. Thus, all Kedarnath's entire family is reunited. Meanwhile, the Mittal family arrives and Meena's mother apologizes to Ravi and hands him Meena's hand. Renu also runs and hugs Ravi, calling his brother. In the presence of the Khanna family, Ravi places Renu's hand in Vijay's. The shadow of the bad times that had fallen on Lala Kedarnath's family is now gone forever. When the King Raja talks about establishing an even bigger empire on his own, Lala Kedarnath tells him to give importance to time. After this, the whole time celebrates together, and the story of the film Waqt ends here.